That would be a PM training.
Is there the possibility to bring back?
I'm Caleb, I'm 21 years old, I play indoor soccer.
I'm Ryan, I'm 20, and one of the things I'm really interested in is IT and design.
My name is Jack, I'm 19, I've lived in Adelaide my whole life. I'm really into computers and technology. Yeah, I've never been to Cambodia before, so I'm really excited to go.
So I'm Kaylin, I am 22. I hopefully will become a teacher when I finish uni.
My name's Taylor, I'm 20 years old and I like chicken palmies. My next plans are going to university and then, hopefully find a job.
I'm Dylan and I plan to go to university after this.
So I'm Daniel. I am passionate about working with kids. I'm also passionate about my sport, definitely my footy.
Tell us who you are.
The Cambodia trip is a graduate opportunity for youth students to go overseas and learn a bit more about the world and their sort of place in the world.
I wanted to go to Cambodia because I've never travelled before. I've barely left the state. So going overseas is a big step.
So the Cambodia trip is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's a good way to end our journey here. I kind of looked at it as something that would challenge me and get me out of my comfort zone.
I wanted to experience a new culture and just learn about the way that other people live.
It is about learning, but I guess it's in a different aspect of learning. It's about what we can take from this experience, but just as much as what we can give while we're there as well.
Just going through all the final bits and pieces of preparation, working through those final fears and concerns and making sure that they're all comfortable and ready to jump on the plane in 6 days' time.
Well, it's finally here. We've been looking forward to this for so long. Day one of the trip, we're off to the airport.
Today's Sunday, the first day of our trip. We're checking in!
68.
I'm 68, so we're on the same one!
We're all through, that's the main thing. No one's lost a passport. Happy days.
What do I do with it? Can I have a cheeseburger, please?
We're in Cambodia, oh my god!
I'm not tired at all. I'm just so full and pumped and ready. Yeah.
We've been experiencing Cambodian traffic for the first time. It's crazy.
I'm really hoping that I come back with a new outlook on life and being more positive about everything.
So I'd like to be a bit more mindful and self-aware in what I'm doing.
What I'd hope to get out of this trip would be a different perspective. So when I'm living here, being able to realise that people live differently in other places.
Instead of seeing it through a screen is my big thing. I'm sick of seeing this is Cambodia, this is Bali, this is blah, 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 and seeing all these beautiful places, but never actually seeing any different. Giving myself the confidence and knowing that I can do it and hopefully coming back and feeling happy and comfortable enough to go and do it again.
Youth Inc. from the outset has always looked to engage in international opportunities, but when we relaunched at the start of 2018, we were really keen to explore a new way in which we could bring young people overseas. This trip for us was really all about giving our young people a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to travel internationally, and in doing so, I guess to really affirm everything that they've learnt and appreciated during their time at Youth Inc. and an opportunity, I guess, to put that into practice
I'm feeling relieved to know that this journey is now underway.
How are you feeling today? Good.
This one is a table runner. Normally I sell $7, but it's
$7?
Yeah,
No.
but I sell for you very cheap price.
$3?
No, cannot do.
$3. She's gonna take.
$5.
All right, $5.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you have many customers today.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a good day. Okay, bye-bye.
I think they're friendly people. Everybody, like you say, even though they're trying to sell you stuff, they're like super friendly. Bartering did not do very well.
We've had varying degrees of success throughout bartering, and I feel like I've been really quite successful. And a few of the boys, when we've gone to the market, have actually come to me and asked me to barter for them.
The best advice I got was that you start at half the price that they offer and then take $1. Because usually they start off at a pretty high price, much higher than you actually want to pay, but they know that you're going to barter, so that's why they do it.
It was tough. She wouldn't go to 20. I tried so hard, but...
Yes, I had fun. Watching Caitlin's face with the stinky fish. They were really gross, and there was some frogs. They were fresh. She was scaling them and they were still wiggling. We didn't stay long because Caitlin was going to puke.
I think it's very easy to look at the markets or the traffic and think that Cambodia is this hectic place, when really I think they live day by day, they do what they love.
One of the first things I noticed as soon as we got to Cambodia, everybody is just so friendly and just giving, even though like what they've been through.
I'm feeling pretty lost for words, and it's pretty breathtaking. The food, trying to get used to all of that, and just getting used to the traffic.
We're here down at the riverfront in Phnom Penh, and I'm with one of our drivers. What's your name?
My name is Ewan.
Ewan. Can you teach us some Khmer? So how do we say hello?
Susday.
Susday. And goodbye?
Li Hai.
I can't say that. Li Hal.
Li Hai.
Yeah. And then how are you?
Sok Sabai Te.
Sosabayati.
Yes.
And what about I'm hungry?
Knyom Clean Hai. Knyom
Kiom?
Clean Hai.
Clean hug.
Clean Hai.
I'm hungry.
So when we did the fishing trip on the Mekong, I wasn't sure how I'd go. I thought I would fall in, didn't want to stand up. Once I was on the boat, it was like, nah, that's it, not moving. But I overcame like getting on the boat, and then I overcame actually being able to stand up, throw the net, sit back down without falling in.
There were 3 boats owned by families. It wasn't the traditional fishing, it was more netting. With throwing the net, you sort of had to pick it up in one hand, as well as hold it over your elbow, and then use your other hand, chuck it, and then let it go at the same time. As the fishing went on, I sort of got more comfortable knowing that I wasn't actually going to fall in. You sort of get your sea legs eventually, but at the same time, you enjoy it. So we caught these little tiny, sort of like white bait type of fish, as well as a tiny little catfish. And Ryan actually caught a bomb.
I really did enjoy fishing. The families that took us onto their boats and showed us how to fish with the nets, it was a great experience. Wouldn't be able to do that anywhere else in the world. Well, you probably could.
So the trip's broken down into 3 parts over a 14-day period. The first part we look at, I guess, that cultural immersion and opportunity for our young people to really, experience what Cambodia has been through, especially over the past 50 years in the reign of the Khmer Rouge.
We're at the Genocide Centre. We're about to take a tour with our audio devices. You put in a number and you listen to the track. It tells you a bit about the history.
On the 17th of April, 1975, Pol Pot's army marched into Phnom Penh. They were called the Khmer Rouge. Within 48 hours, the Khmer Rouge had closed schools and offices, places of worship and entertainment, hospitals, factories and police stations. When Pol Pot then forced us out of the cities, with no way to sustain ourselves, thousands soon died. Later, he began killing everyone he thought would undermine his plan, even members of his own family. In only 3 years, 8 months and 20 days, his Khmer Rouge was responsible for the death of as many as 3 million people.
I think going to the killing fields and S21 were the hardest things to experience and learn about. It's hard to put into words how evil and horrifying that regime was and the things that they did.
All sorts of emotions at the moment. It's disgust and anger and sadness and all of that all mixed together. I think we saw some pretty confronting stuff today. So
I don't think I'll ever forget an experience like this. I think if you ever have the opportunity to do it, I think you should. When I go home, I don't think I'm going to be able to explain it to the full extent as I could seeing it. Yeah.
I think the thing that stands out most about being in Cambodia is that there's sort of 2 different types of cultures happening at the same time. So it's in the city, it's very much like Cambodian culture as well as a very like Western culture all kind of mixed in together. There's a big divide between very poor people and very rich people as well. I think that's quite noticeable. The food here in Cambodia is pretty different. There's a lot of like rice dishes, but I've also noticed in the city there is a lot of Western options on the menu as well as the traditional Cambodian food. Haven't had to eat too many weird things, but what I have tried is really good.
One of the things I've noticed about life in Cambodia is definitely the road rules. I think everybody can just see that the road rules are just completely different to Australia in general. Just, it's crazy.
The second part of the trip was an adventurous trek opportunity, and that there was, I guess, a chance to really push them outside their comfort zones, not only emotionally but physically. So we spent 3 days on mountain bikes right around Siem Reap.
Yes, I'm a little bit nervous. I really do want to stay positive. I don't want to go into it with a negative mindset, thinking that I'm not going to be able to do it. I want to experience it to the max.
The ride was nothing like I expected, to be honest. It's nowhere near as bad as we all thought it would be. It's nice breeze, beautiful views. We've been in and out of the rice fields, and I think we've done about 10k so far. We've been riding for a couple of hours, and it's gone well. It's a lot more personal, I'd say. You get to stop and take in everything. Taking the time to go slow and actually take in all the views that we wouldn't normally get to go on. You get to see the real side of Cambodia, and I'm enjoying that.
Well, we had a tour guide today, and he was able to explain all the things we were seeing, maybe what the locals are doing, maybe some of the games the kids are playing. Yeah, it gave me some insight, or a little bit more insight into the way Cambodians live.
A lot of the houses are on like stilts. They're raised up a bit. I think that's because of the flooding, and like it's also so that there's like a space underneath that in the afternoons when it's really hot, people can just lay under there in the shade.
We got to try the lotus fruit, which is I don't even know how to describe it. You had to peel apart the main part of the fruit and then actually peel apart another smaller piece of fruit to get to the real fruit inside. Tasted good.
And action!
Hello everyone, I thought I'd take you through our incredible support vehicle for this bike ride. They've been incredibly generous with suiting us out with everything that we need. Starting here with this long distance endurance vehicle, extra water tank just in case. And then we come through, we've got the baggage department, all bags secured, locked in, insect repellent, probably the most important, sunscreen's in here somewhere, security. Then here is the designated emergency evacuation seat, because this is as far as we get them. We get them off the bike into this seat, and then whatever happens after that, who knows? Around the back, we've got the spare bikes, and also Taylor's bike. It would make sense for her to ride it, but she's not, that's okay. Packed lunches from our lovely accommodation at the Victory Guest House. There's chicken sandwiches, egg salad, juices, waters. We're living like kings and queens, it's unreal. Esky full of cold water, soft drinks. Can't get enough of this stuff. It's even better than Australia, it's softer, that's for sure. There's our support vehicle, we're pretty stoked with it. See you next time.
I'm looking forward to staying in the village. I think it will be really exciting to see how people live in their actual homes and what the family life here looks like.
My favourite parts have been when we've met with the Khmer people and gone and done things like the fishing trip or come down to the school and the bike ride. And the bike ride was probably my favourite because we got to go through the village. It doesn't get any more real than that. That was amazing to see, and that's what I wanted to see, was the real Cambodia.
So it was actually good to spend all of it together as one big family, and the food was incredible. I don't think I've ate that much since being here.
We're eating koi tiu and char kwai. The bread is char kwai and the soup is koi tiu. Yes, very good.
It's been really life-changing, and every activity I've had to overcome at least something that I've been like, no. Before we left, I did a couple of bike rides, and it was really something where I was like, nah, I'm not going to go to Cambodia anymore because I'm not capable. And there's a lot of things that I keep making myself not do, and I am capable, and I need to just do it.
We've just rid, I think, about 36 Ks, something along the lines, and old mate here was snacking on one of these, and I thought they looked intriguing, and they're really, really good. They're palm sugar, milk, coconut.
Absolute solid effort.
So we are at Michael's house, and we have been bike riding all day. It was intense and challenging and difficult and all the emotions you could possibly think of, but it was good.
Even though the bike ride was challenging, I still gave it my all. I feel really good that I did that, and I can say I did that.
We are in the little village where we stayed the night. We had to stay under like mozzie nets, which is good because just outside the door is like 50 different insect species. Good old squat toilet. Yeah, you do your business and you scoop a bucket of water and you... That's a flush.
The toilet situation is just on another level. Like, I don't think any of us were prepared to just squat on a toilet. Like, that's just so bad. Makes me want to cry.
Being here in Cambodia is incredible because it's so different.
We're up at 4 o'clock in the morning to see the sunrise because it's really good. It better be worth it.
Going to Angkor Wat was a highlight for me because my mum has influenced me with Buddhism and Hinduism. It was really cool to see.
So we're currently in Angkor Wat. The detail in some of the parts of the temple is stunning.
It's amazing. It just feels like you're in a dream here. It doesn't even feel real.
You cannot really capture what it's like to stand here and look up at these old ruins from centuries ago. It's no way at all translating to the footage. To really experience it, you just have to come here. You just have to come and see it, and you can't take in the detail and the scale, and then you start to think, how did they build this?
We're here at Trek because a couple of years ago I had the opportunity to meet a gentleman by the name of Michael Horton, who has been here in Siem Reap now for 14 years, and he and his wife Celine have been working on a range of projects, one of which Celine runs Trek here, and it just seemed like a really great opportunity for youth to form a partnership with.
The highlight for me on this trip so far would have to be the last 2 days at Trek, to get the experience to work in the nursery there, to get that opportunity to teach the Cambodian kids some English, and also to experience a bit of Khmer and how they go on their everyday schooling is amazing.
It's definitely meeting the kids at Triac Community Centre and understanding how they don't get as much of an opportunity as we do, and they're just so intelligent in the way they speak, their mannerisms and just everything. It's amazing.
Being able to volunteer at the Triac Community Centre has been really amazing because I've always envisioned myself as a teacher and being in that role and wanting to go to uni for that, which I got accepted last night. Actually being able to work with a teacher and have the whole class kind of to myself was amazing. Like, I got to be a maths teacher and mark the kids' work and read stories to them, and it was really cool to kind of actually be in that position instead of just thinking about it.
I found it really interesting because I was talking to this one person and got quite deep into conversation and learned quite a lot about him, and there was a lot I could relate to, and I think he related to a lot of my experiences as well.
So part of going on the trip, we all had to raise money for the Trek school down there.
So the fundraising is actually for when we're over there to help the communities and school. The work should be going to contribute towards, and so all the money that we're raising is actually to help them.
So our fundraiser right here is like a world's greatest show.
We would like to present you with some money that we've been raising over the past 6 months.
The students who come to help, to volunteer, they are very useful for our school, our work. Our student, Cambodian student, it can meet up with the foreigner student who are different. The second is the group of the students help to raise the money to donate to the school, to run the school. The third is they come to help to build plastic break recycle, and also we exchange experience about Cambodian culture with them.
Today we're at Treat Community Centre and we're building bricks. You mix sand and cement and some recycled plastic, bit of water, put it in some moulds and bricks.
Normally they'd have like rocks or pebbles, but they've just used plastic that's been just heated in a drum just to make it sort of a bit more compact. And you just mix that in with the rest of the concrete mix and it just gives it a bit more strength.
I really thank you to the student from Youth Inc. Yes, they are very helpful and great. So we have a lot to chat to them. So we have like deeply understanding about what the community work and try to help Cambodian children to have a knowledge.
We enjoy the students from Australia coming to our school.
I think that the relationships that we're making here in Cambodia, especially with Michael and Celine at Treat Community Centre and the teachers like Mr. Dara, have been really meaningful. And I think that if Youth Inc can continue to have that relationship and build that relationship, that it could be really beneficial not only for Treat Community Centre and the kids in Cambodia, but for the students at Youth Inc.
So Mr. Pana is a guitarist, local guitarist. He has such an incredible story. He grew up in an orphanage, became paralysed at the age of 10. So when you're in an orphanage in Cambodia and you have a disability, your only career focus is to become a beggar. But Mr. Pana decided that that's not what he wanted to become. And his career was all about music.
The orphanage actually hired a guitar player to teach the children. They wouldn't let him be taught because they thought he was too weak and that he couldn't do it. But you know, he's thinking, of course I can do it, let me do it. And now he actually makes his living playing guitar. He teaches kids, he has about 30 students. He does parties, he does weddings. He makes his living as an artist now, after being told he couldn't even play guitar.
This has been one of the most enjoyable 2 weeks of my life. Like, yeah, it's created so many memories. Every day we've been doing something different and something enjoyable, meaningful, new, exciting, something like, yeah, something challenging, something scary.
This trip has been an incredible experience for me. I never thought I'd get the chance to ever travel overseas with anyone, so to get this opportunity, I'm just very thankful.
When I first joined Youth Inc, I never thought Cambodia would actually be a thing. I never thought I'd travel overseas, yet alone at 22. I never thought that would happen. I feel like really overwhelmed by the amount of support that Youth Inc's offered with supplying this.
I'm very thankful for Youth Inc for this opportunity, really. But I think I'm most thankful for Ben and just all the stuff he's done for us and the cool head he's kept the whole time, the leadership, just everything he's done has just made the trip 10 times better.
I went through like a lot of stuff before I came on this trip. I think just knowing that people have it way worse in other countries has just made me push through my own problems and just realise that I'm super grateful and this opportunity is super rewarding.
I think, yeah, just learning to live in the moment rather than, like, because I think I've spent less time on my phone than I have all last year or all this year, and it's because I've got something to do and I want to go out and explore, and it's just
a whole nother world.
I'm 100% glad I came. There were times where I thought this trip might have not been for me. I've been through a lot of mental battles the last 6 to 12 months, but I wouldn't have wished for any other trip, and to come with this group has just been amazing for me.
Being here has been such a great experience. I want to bring my mum back. I want her to see the people and try the food and see the temples.
I've seen the community and strength of us all come together within the past 2 weeks, because there's been so many times where people have questioned anything and we've all like helped them get through it and be like, yes, you can do it, encouraging.
The highlights for me so far have been seeing the team come together at times and seeing them work together when things got really hard, and just having each other's backs in times of difficulty and stress has been a highlight for me.
There's a lot of people that have helped make this trip happen. Back home, from a Youth Inc. perspective, Fred, Kelly and our entire staff team, the support and the advice has been phenomenal. We've been really lucky to have an incredible travel agent who's just gone on this journey with us and dealt with my stupid and ridiculous requests. So a huge thanks to Marley. But there's also been people here on the ground in Phnom Penh. Mr. Rara, our tuk-tuk driver, Michael and Celine here in Siem Reap have just gone above and beyond to just make this journey for us so fun and accommodating, but also just so stress-free. Even just for those here on the trip, friends and family, wives, partners, whoever it is back home, they all matter, and they've all been a big part of this trip, and we couldn't do it without them.
The biggest tip I'd give to someone travelling to Cambodia is to just enjoy each day in the moment. Like, don't overthink them, just do them, enjoy them, just take it in.
Come more prepared, do more research, watch the movies Ben suggests or whoever suggests, read the books.
My biggest advice for anyone would just to be go and see the real Cambodia. Don't come and visit all the tourist attractions. Go and meet the people, eat the food. Go and visit all the villages if you can.
My biggest advice and tip would be don't say no. Like, say yes to everything and just do it even if it pushes you outside your comfort zone. It could be challenging and it could be difficult, but once you do it, you're going to feel so good and so proud, and then you've done it in Cambodia.
I think this trip's going to just keep me 100% focused. What I need to do for myself when I get back home is to take every day at its own and not try to overthink or overrush anything.
Seeing people's living situations here, I know you see a lot of people less fortunate in Adelaide and Australia, but it is definitely a sight to see in Cambodia. Until you see it in person, you don't know the extreme of people's situations.
We have so much more stuff in Australia and so much more. We've got a lot more money, we've got a lot more, we're just a richer country in general, but I think we're a lot less happy, and it's interesting to see how people derive happiness from what they have in their lives and not what they don't.
It's just been a big reevaluation of my life and what I find to be important. What I found to be a big issue back at home wasn't really that much of an issue. Like, there's other things going on out there and there's more to life than losing this or getting a new phone or new clothes or whatever. Like, there's more to life than that. And like, just seeing all the smiles on the kids in the morning when they're all lining up and they're ready to go to class. Like, you don't see that back at home. You don't see people looking forward to come to learn.
I'm quite thankful for what I have at home. After seeing, a lot of people and what they have, and they're so happy. Like, you'll see kids kicking their shoes on the road all day, and that's their game, or flicking magnets or bottle caps or whatever, and they're just so happy,
I feel like something I want to change is actually, it's one thing to say I won't say no for 2 weeks, but I feel like if I could just try and do that throughout my whole life, it'd make my life so much better.
Being here has made me think of my own education. I think that's what most of us have been thinking of, is our own education back home, because I know the majority of us are going to university. I think the way I've reflected on it is I'm not going to let things stop me from going that little bit further in learning. I'm not gonna take education or just living situation for granted when I go back home.
Yeah, I'm pretty good, yeah, you know, building schools for the youth of Cambodia. We're also youth, but of Australia, so I understand.
Thanks, Caleb.
Ben's just made some subpar bricks. It's alright, I'll give him another go, see how he... Always a second chance. That's what we believe in, isn't it, Ben?
Did you get your 12 marks for this?
Look at that moustache. Oh my God, get off.
My glasses are fogging up. Getting the meat sweats.
Today I'm feeling damp.
Tell us what we've just been doing.
We are here right now, fishing on a beautiful lake. I have no idea where it is.
It's not a lake, it's the Mekong River. Jack, where are we?
We're at what is it? Ang Tan. We're at Wat Phnom.
What is it?
It is a temple.
Use my first squatty potty to bomb in.
How was your lunch?
Tasted real good coming back up.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling alright.
There's no microphone.
I had a lovely turd this morning. There's no microphone, right?
No.
Okay, good.
So, we're just here. Wait, we'll do that again. Take two.
Well, basically, it's a really hard task here. They have to shovel sand into this wheelbarrow, and Her Majesty Salin has asked numerous times for a big pile of sand, and we keep getting these half-hearted. I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know what they are. Certainly not a wheelbarrow full, that's for sure. Oh.
The first one is very bigger than that.
There's a chicken fritter. Better than KFC. When traveling, you always find odd things. I'm gonna try this. It's Coca-Cola with coffee, I think. So I haven't opened a can before, can you tell? All right, here we go. Actually tastes like a mocha. Do you feel like you got a bond with your bike?
Yeah, me and my bike have been through some stuff. It knew me, I knew it.
It's Rep Conway.
Rep Conway.
So we're currently in Angkor Wat. We are just exploring Angkor Wat.
Jack, where'd you get your socks from, mate? Can I get some? Think this will make the cut?
No, I hope not.
If this doesn't make the cut, I'll be unimpressed. I'm not gonna be happy with you.
Yeah, what sort of
videographer?
What sort of videographer are you if you can't make this work?
One that doesn't really give a crap.
Fair enough.
You stink. Do I stink? I stink.
So do you, mate.
Jack, you stink. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.